Hello students, myself Sheetal Sawan. I am lecturer at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. So today we are going to start with chapter number 6, that is the sound, speed and humidity measurement. The name of subject is mechanical engineering measurement. Learning outcome. So after completion of this video, student will be able to understand speed measurement, eddy current generation type tachometer, mechanical tachometer, revolution counter and timer, sleeping clutch tachometer, electrical tachometer, contactless electrical tachometer. Speed measurement. So measurement of speed is important in machine tool and textile machineries. The speed can be measured with the tachometer in most convenient manner for the shaft, which is not accessible to the tachometer. Its speed can be measured by frequency type tachometer. The next point is mechanical tachometer. So mechanical tachometer employ only mechanical parts and mechanical movements for the measurement of speed. The types of mechanical tachometer: revolution counter and timer or speed counter. Second is the tachoscope. Then the third one is the hand speed indicator. Fourth is the slipping clutch tachometer, and the fifth is the centrifugal force tachometer. The revolution counter and timer. So the revolution counter are also called as speed counters. So it consists of worm and worm wheel. The shaft whose speed is to be measured is connected to worm. Along with shaft, the worm rotates and depends on velocity ratio, worm wheel rotates. One rotation of worm causes the worm wheel to move by one tooth. A pointer on worm wheel can be directly calibrated to give number of revolutions made by shaft within the prescribed time. For the total revolution in a given time, average speed is calculated. So it is used to measure the speed up to 3000 rpm. The next type of tachometer is slipping clutch tachometer. So in slipping clutch tachometer, clutch is used to connect the driving shaft with friction materials spiral spring indicating shaft. So this is the slipping clutch tachometer diagram. So this is the slipping clutch, this is the frictional material, this is the input shaft, and this is connected to a spring, spiral spring, which is fixed, and this is the indicator shaft. Now a link or the pointer is connected to the indicator shaft. Now as the pointer is moved, so by using this scale we can read the output. So the pointer attached to the slipping clutch indicator shaft moves over a calibrated scale. The rotating shaft drives an indicating shaft through a slipping clutch. A pointer attached to the indicator shaft moves over a calibrated scale against the torque of the spring. The pointer position gives the measure of the shaft speed. So by using that scale we can we can read the reading of the speed of the shaft. Now what are the advantages of the slipping clutch tachometer? So it is a simple to operate, simple in construction, used to measure the shaft speed. And what are the disadvantages? So it is limited to low speed, more chances of error occurrence, and it gives the average speed instead of the instantaneous speed. The next one is the electrical tachometer. So electrical tachometer converts the rotational speed of the shaft, which can be measured and calibrated to give a rotational speed. The various electrical tachometers are drag cup tachometer, cumulated capacitor tachometer, and tacho generator. So the drag cup tachometer. So drag cup tachometer is electrical type tachometer which works on eddy current. The shaft whose speed is to be measured is connected to permanent magnet at its end. A non-metallic cup generally made of aluminium is provided very close to magnet which is connected to pointer through a spring. So this is the construction. So this is the cup which is made up of iron. Now this is the magnet which is having north and south pole. So this is the shaft, and this shaft is moving in a circular motion. Now this is the non-magnetic aluminum cup which is attached to the spring, and here is the pointer. Now let's see the working. So rotation of the magnet induce the voltage in a cup and set circulating eddy current in iron cup material. This eddy current interact with the magnetic field to produce a torque on the cup in proportion to the relative velocity of the magnet and cup. So this causes the cup to turn through a small angle. Now, the low torque measuring transducer is used to measure the torque and it is calibrated to get the speed of the shaft. Now, let's see what are the advantages of drag curve tacho generator. So, first one, linear characteristics of output voltage and speed of the shaft. So, it is simple in construction, it is inexpensive, it requires very little maintenance. Now, what are the disadvantages of drag curve tacho generator? So to calibrate it, input voltage must be maintained then absolutely constant. At very high speed, it gives non-linear characteristics of output voltage and the speed of shaft. The next point is tacho generator. Tacho generator is an electrical type of tachometer that generates AC or DC voltage output proportional to speed of the shaft. It can be calibrated to give speed in terms of RPM, kilometer per hour, etc. It works on principle of whenever rotating coil or conductor is placed in magnetic field, EMF will induced in it, and the generator EMF is proportional to product of flux and speed. So there are two types of tachometer generators. One is the DC tacho generator, second is the AC tacho generator. Now let's see DC tacho generator. So DC tacho generator consists of armature which is coupled to the shaft whose speed is to be measured. The armature revolves in a field of permanent magnet. The EMF generated is to be proportional to product of speed and flux. So this is the diagram. This is the armature. Now this armature is from the left side. It is connected to the shaft whose speed is to be measured, and this armature is placed in between permanent magnet. So magnet is having north and south pole. So armature is connected to the resistance with the brush and to measure the voltmeter. So permanent magnetic moving coil is attached over here. So by using this, EMF is calculated. So EMF generated is to be proportional to the product of speed and flux. Now let's see what are the advantages of DC tacho generator. So the direction of rotation of a shaft is indicated by polarity of output voltage. Second, output voltage is about 10 millivolt per RPM and can be measured by conventional DC voltmeter. Then the disadvantages of DC tacho generator. The communicator and the brushes require periodic maintenance and their contact resistance may vary to produce error. The input resistance of meter should be very high as compared with the output resistance of generator. This is required to limit armature current to small value. If armature current is high to the field of permanent magnet is destroyed, which results in a non-linear relationship between voltage and speed. Now let's see AC tacho generator. So in order to overcome some of the difficulties mentioned in DC tachometer generator, an AC tachometer generator is used. So AC tacho generator has rotating magnet which may be permanent magnet or an electromagnet. So this is the permanent magnet. Now the permanent magnet is connected to the shaft whose speed is to be measured to form rotor of circuit. So this is connected to the shaft. So here is the shaft placed. Then the starter of AC tacho generator is cylindrically in structure having multi-poles piece. The coil is wound on the starter and therefore the problem associated with the communicator is absent. So this is the diagram, this is the magnet and this is the starter. The coil is wound on the starter and which is connected to the output voltage, which is how output voltage is calculated by using PMMC, means permanent magnetic moving coil. Advantages of AC tacho generator: no contact problem like DC tacho generator. Very less maintenance is required. Now what are the disadvantages of AC tacho generator? Difficult to operate system at low speed. The next type is contactless electrical tachometer. The contactless electrical tachometer does not have contact with shaft whose speed is to be measured. This tachometer produces pulse from the rotating shaft which is calibrated to give speed of shaft. The different contactless electrical tachometers are inductive pickup, capacitive pickup, photoelectric tachometer and stroboscope. The first type is inductive pickup, which is consist of permanent magnet with a coil wound on it. This permanent magnet is placed near the metallic tooth rotor mounted on shaft whose speed is to be measured. When the rotor rotates, the reluctance of an air gap between the pickup and the tooth rotor changes, induced pulse giving rise to an induced EMF in the pickup coil. This output is in the form of pulse. The frequency of induced EMF will depends upon the number of teeth of rotor and the speed of the permanent magnet rotor. The number of teeth of rotor is constant, hence the output EMF is directly proportional to the speed of rotor. Now this is the diagram of inductive pickup. Now this is the shaft, this is the rotor, and this is the permanent magnet which is wound with the coil. Now how to calculate the speed? Now here T is the number of teeth on the rotor, P is the number of pulse per second, and N is the speed of the rotation. Now speed can be calculated pulse per second upon number of teeth. So what are the advantages of inductive pickup? So it is simple in construction, it requires very less maintenance, it is easy to calibrate, then it has a very high accuracy, it can be used for very low as well as very high speed measurement. The next point is capacity pickup. The capacity pickup is used to be measure the rotational speed of the shaft. It utilizes the principle due to the rotary motion of a capacitance of the variable capacitor is changed. The setup consists of the value attached to a rotating shaft. When the shaft rotates with the vane between the two fixed capacitor plates, the capacitance of the fixed plate capacitors changes and pulse is induced. So this is the diagram of a capacitive pickup. So these are the two plates. This is the fixed plate and this is also a fixed plate. Now this is the rotating vane which is attached to the shaft or a blade, and this is moving in circular motion. So how the pulse are induced? So induced pulse, they are converted into the shaper or amplifier, and they are converted into the pulse as shaper pulse, and finally it can be calculated as a frequency counter. So this is how the speed of that particular shaft is measured by using the due to the rotary motion of the capacitance. Advantages of capacitive pickup. So it has very small loading effect. It has high sensitivity. Then what are the disadvantages of capacitive pickup? So it has complicated electronic circuit. It is used to measure only the small displacement. So the next type of tachometer is photoelectric tachometer. So this is the diagram of a photoelectric tachometer. So it consists of phototube. So here is the phototube, and this is the disc with the holes, and these are the different holes. Here is this is the shaft, and this is the light source. So the disc having equivalent distance of a different hole on a periphery of on a mounted on a rotating shaft. So at one side of disk, a light source is fixed, and on other sides of disk, in a line of a light source, the light sensor such as the phototube is mounted. So here is the phototube. Now what are the advantages of photoelectric tachometer? So the output signal is digital. The electronic circuit is simple as pulse amplitudes are constant. Can be used to measure very high speed accurately, and it is contactless method. Now what are the disadvantages of photoelectric tachometer? A light source must be replaced time to time. Then it is suitable for very high speed measurement. The next instrument is stroboscope. So the stroboscope is a simple manually operated portable device which is used for measurement of speed. The stroboscope has variable frequency flashing light. An oscillator is provided to control flashing frequency. The speed is measured by adjusting the frequency target scale so that the moving object or the target is visible flashing specific intervals. So if a strong light is caused to flash on moving object, the object will appear stationary. The source of light is known as strobon. So this is the diagram. So this is suppose this is a one object. Now on that object we should make one mark, so this should be the target, and we have to concentrate on that particular point or particular target, and we should adjust the light. Now these are the continuous moving flashing light. So this is the scale over here, and this is the manually adjustable device, and here is the shaft. So this is all about the stroboscope. Let's see what are the advantages of stroboscope. So it is contactless method. So it does not impose any load on a shaft whose speed is to be measured. Then it is useful method in which physical contact method cannot be used. It requires no special attachment with shaft. Then what are the disadvantages of stroboscope? So variable frequency of oscillator cannot be stabilized to give fixed frequency. Then this method is less accurate, therefore requires the use of digital meters. Then stroboscope cannot be used where the surrounding light is above some level. Thank you.